Hi everybody, it's me Tian here. I hope everybody's doing great. Now, let's talk about rugby. The Sharks played against Dragons last week, Friday, in Wales, and yeah, um, Sharks and Dragons drawed 17 all. Um, yeah, what a game. I mean, I personally thought that Sharks would have beaten Dragons, and the Sharks did have an opportunity at the end of the game to beat the Dragons. The Sharks had a penalty, and yeah, it was against the touchline in their between their 22 and 10-meter line, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but Vincent Tuka, who was captain, decided not to go to touch. Um, I personally thought they should have went to poles. Um, yeah, to take the 3 points, and yeah, John Smith was the fly off, was kicking, and yeah, it was on his wrong side. Meaning that John Smith is kicks with his right foot, and the penalty was on the right hand side of the field. But um, still, for me personally, they should have went to poles and taken the 3 points, and that even if John Smith um, missed the kick, um, the Sharks players could have still chased the ball up, and if John Smith missed the kick and it went out through the dead ball line, um, he would have Zebra would have done a goal line dropout, and the Sharks would have still gotten the uh, ball back if John Smith missed, and could have went on and scored a possible try if John Smith missed the kick, but yeah, and they ultimately didn't. The Sharks ultimately didn't go and score a try, um, and the Dragons got the ball and got to the either through a penalty or just running rugby, got to the other side of to the Sharks try line, um, and the clock was in the red, and uh, it was already 17 all, and I thought they could have gotten Zebra could have passed the ball to Tinus de Beer to do a drop goal because obviously the clock was in the red and it was 17 all, but he was standing in the pocket, Tinus de Beer for Dragons, to receive the ball and do the drop goal. But yeah, they obviously didn't do that, and they ultimately drawed 17 all. Just a couple of fun facts quickly about the Sharks. They dominated Zebra in the scrums. 12. The Sharks scored, had 12 scrums and won all 12 of them. And they had 16 lineouts, the Sharks, in the entire 80 minutes of the game, but only won 12 out of the 16 lineouts. Yeah, obviously the game was windy, but still you would expect to try to win all 16 of the lineouts, especially if you won last week, if you won all of the lineouts. But yeah, and John Smith went to poles early in the game and for a penalty, and he kicked that penalty over, and the Sharks scored 2 tries in the first half by Marvin Urie in the 8th minute of the game, and Vincent Tuka, the captain, in the 37th minute of the game. Yeah, I still can't believe um, that the Sharks didn't win, but you have to give credit where credit is due. The Dragons did play brilliantly for the entire 80 minutes of the game, um, and yeah, if I'm not mistaken, before this game they have lost 18 their last 18 games in the URC. Um, Now, obviously, they wanted to win Zebre, and they could have passed the ball for Tines to do a drop goal, but they didn't. But if you ask me, um, if you ask me the question, would I rather lose or um, lose a game or draw a game? I would rather um, draw a game. But sure, that's just me. Please let me know what if you had the decision between losing a game or drawing a game. If you had to pick between those two, what would you have guys have chosen? Drawing the game or losing the game? Yeah, that's all from my side, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know your thoughts about the game in the comments down below. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great day further.